Good afternoon, my name is Chip McDonough. I'm the Superintendent of Solid Waste, City of Hampton. Today we're going to discuss the collection process for knuckle booms and automated collections of containers and the safety procedures involved. As you can see, we're in a busy area of the city, 4-lane road. We have overhead wires. We have a large bulk pile that is directly located under that. We will show the proper procedures for safely maneuvering the boom and getting the collection made and staying safe for the driver and any pedestrians that may be by. As you can see, the collection vehicle is approaching the pile. As he approaches the pile, he will assess the situation, the area, to make sure that the area is clear of pedestrians and that he is clear of any debris that may be blocking the street. He will pull up, block both lanes in this 4-lane road, safety flashers, beacon light, and all PPE worn during the collection process. On situations like this where there is major traffic involved, you may need to have an additional vehicle, a supervisor, come to block access behind the vehicle in support of the collection process. As you see, the driver has assessed the collection process, knowing that he has to pull out, get the clearance away from these wires. The follow truck is behind to help secure safety for the vehicle while he's making his collections. You notice he's going to keep the boom as close as possible to the vehicle to stay away from those wires. He's using the extension to grab the materials. He'll pull it into the truck. And again, keeping as far away from the overhead wires as he possibly can to avoid striking them. All right, as you can see, the majority of the collection process has been completed. To finish the process, the driver is actually cleaning up the small debris, still being aware of the low wires, so he's pulling everything out as far as he possibly can to make the last of this collection. Again, safety is our main concern. To avoid any contact with overhead wires, any pedestrians that may have come up. During this process, had anybody walked through this work zone, we would have stopped collection process 100%. We want to make sure that when you're collecting any materials, whether it be bulk, limbs, containers, everything must be minimally 3 feet from any object, 5 feet from any parked vehicle, and the boom in the working process, whether it be the automated collection arm or the knuckle boom, needs to be at least 10 feet from any overhead obstructions. Again, my name is Chip McDonough. We're going to demonstrate the collection process for a low-hanging wire, as you see, that's marked by the caution tape. The cans are at the curb for collection. However, the vehicle will not be able to pull up due to the low-hanging wires. He will have to pull out away from the containers, get out, make these collections manually from the other side of the vehicle. If you also notice the GTO that's parked behind me and the container that's sitting in front, that would be a non-collectible container not 5 feet from any parked vehicle. So that container would be tagged and left until it is corrected. As you can see, after collecting the previous containers, the driver has assessed the situation with the low-hanging wire. He's going to pull the vehicle out far enough to get past and underneath the low obstacle. In this case, a low-hanging wire. Once the vehicle is passed far enough to where the collection arm is clear of all obstacles, he'll exit the truck, get the acceptable container that he's going to collect, take it to the vehicle, collect it, and replace the container after he's finished. The operator has all his correct PPE while exiting the vehicle: hard hat, gloves, safety vest, and steel-toed boots. You'll notice during the collection arm is clear of any other obstacles above the collection truck. Again, whether it be a refuse container or recycling, it has cleared it. No harm to the driver, no harm to any overhead obstructions. Containers are returned to their proper location before collection. The driver will proceed on and make the remainder of his collections for his route. Once he enters the vehicle, he'll call our dispatch, call in the low-hanging obstacle, whether it be phone line, coax cable, or power line, and report it to the appropriate agencies. As you just saw in the training video of the knuckle boom and an automated collection vehicle for collections made with overhead obstructions. Also, we filmed that on a 4-lane road, which caused several different factors that had to be stressed and dealt with prior to making these collections. The number one factor is being safe during all these collections. Proper PPE must always be worn: hard hat, vest, proper gloves, eye protection, and steel-toed boots. During the video of the knuckle boom, you also saw a follow truck that assisted in the collection process to keep that driver safe for vehicles coming up from behind. We also had to cross a centerline road. At any time, if you need to make these type of collections, when in doubt of the safety, always contact your supervisors for further instructions. The minimum distances also is important for the materials being collected. 3 feet is the minimum for any object that any materials can be beside before making those collections. 5 feet from any parked vehicles, and 10 feet from any overhead obstructions. We want to make sure that all of our collections are made safely with the operator in mind. If at any time you have any doubts of what should be done, if it's safe to make those collections, contact your supervisor to give you further guidance before attempting those. Personnel policy that we put in place demands that we be safe. We're always trying to be safe. We're doing a good job in the collection process. Most of our incidents that we've had could be avoidable with using the procedures that were demonstrated today in these videos. Thank you.